Hi, Chris from thesimpleconversations.coach here. And this week we're talking about something that you do not need to look down the back of your sofa for. You don't even have to crack open your piggy bank for. We are, of course, talking about change. But before we get there, let me ask you a quick question. Do you know why we get bored? And by this, I mean the process of getting bored, not the reasons why we're bored, but why we get bored. It's all to do with our ancestors. It is baked into our DNA. When our ancestors were finding their feet as a species, they started looking for safety, didn't they? They knew when to stay away from the big fangs trying to eat them for tea. They knew that they had to get warm clothes on during the winter when it was nipping at their knees. They knew that they had to find shelter during the blazing sun. They knew that there were certain times of the year through the seasons they had to move from country to country, from territory to territory, looking for certain foods and not others, looking for water here instead of there. And nature developed the process of an attention span. It was great. The attention span allowed us to realize, right, we need to move to this shelter now. Or if we don't, we will die. We need to look for this type of food this season, or else we will die. We need to make clothes to keep ourselves warm, or we will die. And that was brilliant. For 300,000 years plus, it worked a treat. Until we stopped being nomadic. We stopped needing to move around for safety. So now, when someone gets the urge to move, how many of us actually do that? We don't need to anymore, do we? And so boredom kicks in. And nature has twigged that our attention span is getting smaller and smaller and smaller to the point of zero. Now, nature doesn't like a gap, doesn't like a vacuum, does it? So it repurposed our attention span and turned it squarely on our self-improvement. It is targeted now on our self-improvement. And that's why when you look at ads, you see the same ads and you want the next best thing. You want the newest thing. You want the shiny object. You get bored of seeing the same information, the re-garbage sales text, sales adverts, the same films come through on YouTube. And so it creates boredom. How do you get around that? Because it's baked into our DNA. How do you unbake something that's been in place for 300,000 plus years? Well, you create change. Whatever you're doing, look at the bigger picture. What is it you are trying to achieve? If you're having a difficult conversation, what is the best outcome for everybody? What is it you're needing to achieve longer term? If you are doing housework, think about how tidy the house would look when people just suddenly turn up out of the blue. Create the change you need. That stops you getting bored. And that prevents any unwanted outcomes. Simple as that. Hey, if you want more of this, if you want more detail on this, then please subscribe to my newsletter, my simple nudge, every week delivered to your inbox. It'll be in the description below, the link there. Just fill in the blanks, send it on, bang, you're in. It's where, as I said, I go into a lot more detail on subjects like this every Sunday. Until then, know you are enough. Bye for now.